I've learned a lot from the feedback actually, and to be honest, most of the feedback has been really, really positive. I was really, really pleased with how people have received watching it. Um, the first thing people said was they liked the environments of the um, the the film, the music video, the fact that there was such a transition between the forest where so many things were happening in it. It was really nice, and then you sort of went to the beach where it was kind of barren. There was nothing going on. That transition between the two locations worked really well. They said, and they really liked the way we did that, which was something we were aiming for really because there was a bit of solitude in the beach on the beach. There was nothing about, and it created a really nice effect. The way Charlotte was in the forest also created a nice effect. The way we could using the cross dissolve, we could rebound from one to the other, using it, so it constantly got you like what's going on. There was a little bit that little bit of mystery. They liked the editing, the way we did the cross dissolve between the two. They liked the way we moved between the two different locations and way we connected the characters through this way. The other thing they liked was the 360-degree shot. That was the first thing they picked on. They said they really liked that use of that shot. That really suited the song correctly. It was really nice the way they did it. Which as soon as I started, it was I hadn't planned to do it, but as soon as I started filming, I was like, hang on, this could be something that could work, and I just decided to do it. And then it was a risk. I thought either we'll do it and it will waste a bit of time and I'll have to delete it, or it could work out really well. Luckily, it worked out really well, and it really brought the whole movie together, and I was really pleased with it, and people received it. The hardest thing was editing together to make it nice and smooth and quick the whole way through, and I wasn't sure whether it would work out, but everyone said it looked really good, so I was really pleased with that. The other thing they liked was the different sort of shots we used. Like, as I said before, one of the shots I used, I actually climbed up in a tree to get an aerial shot. Like, I haven't seen many music videos where people are up in trees, to be honest, and it created a really nice sort of it created a nice surround shot, but also kept the character in view. It gave us sort of, and it linked it together. It was on her feet, it was on her face, and then it was from up above. I was in this tree, and you got this whole sort of idea that maybe she didn't really know where she was, or of course she didn't know where she was. She was lost, and she was just wandering through this forest, and the fact that I was up in a tree gave the viewers, like, at first maybe someone was watching it, but in the end it just turned out it was just a nice way to plot out the film. But a lot of people commented on the fact that, like, the different types of shots. There are a few things people picked up on that obviously it's never going to be perfect. Obviously I wasn't expecting it, and the feedback is constructive as well. The first thing they said was that in some places it's nice and fast. The pace is a quick song, and the way the film music video carries on and keeps up with it is good. But in some places the editing could be a bit quicker. We tried to battle this, but in places it was just becoming repetitive, and it wasn't quite working. Like sometimes you'd cut it and it was just repeating a bit, and although it did look it did look good, but sometimes it was just a bit too repetitive. And in the end, it was just although it was quicker paced, it was sort of dragging the music video backwards, and it was harder to do it. It was hard to do it with the amount of shots we had. Even though we had a lot of shots, it was hard to make it effective. The other thing was the sound quality. Now, the sound quality was something that's bugged me for ages. Really, I couldn't do anything about the sound quality. I looked all over the place for it. I went on iTunes. I was trying to buy it on iTunes. I was trying to find it in a shop. I was trying to buy it in a shop. I literally couldn't find any. I've asked my friends who were fans of the band if they had any copies, and nobody can find them. There's probably something out there, but we couldn't find it. So I used obviously KeepVid and from YouTube, and the music quality is good, but it's a little bit tinny. But I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do any better than the stuff I found. So at the end of the day, it's the best quality I could. But it's something really I did want to sort of do better. It's not the ideal quality, but it's not the end. It's not the end of the world. It hasn't affected it in any way. It's just something really I and one other person picked up on, that he said he sort of, maybe if we could find a way, but obviously understood we'd struggle to, something we could change. the website, we haven't had too much feedback on, but it's been positive. They just said the design is very subtle, it's nice, it's in there, gets the job done, doesn't like bombard the person with needless information, just gets the job done, it tells them what they need to do, and it's fine. The Digipack has got positive like feedback as well, that everyone likes the front cover, the little subtle disappearing of the words and the letters and little thoughts, the way they fall away. So that's a really nice little touch. And the inside of the Digipack, the Adobe Illustrator, the way we've drawn the band members, they've said it's a really, really nice touch, because obviously we couldn't use our own. We couldn't use pictures we found on Google Images for copyright reasons. We had to use images off Google. We had to use images we'd drawn off Adobe Illustrator. So we got used to using that program, and we used them to design the inside of the Digipack, and it looks really good actually. I was really surprised by the outcome. It looks really nice. The metal design I designed myself for the Digipack, and that suits the whole. It just gives it that nice sort of sleek look, and yeah, it complements the rest of the Digipack really well. And to be honest, there's been some little bits, like I said, about the sound and the pace of the editing, but all the feedback really has been positive, and anything that has been negative, like I mentioned, we've tried to overcome, and we have overcome a lot of it, and we've made a product that's stronger than it was before, and all of that is thanks to the audience feedback.